Sales Talks with HCRM. So today we have with us Mr. Suraj Shimpi. So Mr. Suraj, can you please tell about yourself first to our audience and what is your current position?
Yeah, first of all, a very good afternoon to you, Ria. So currently I'm taking care of the project sales division of Sierra Instrumentation Controls.
Right.
So basically we are into turnkey projects for the pharma and chemical industry, and we are providing concept to commissioning services for pharma and chemical specifically from last 30 plus years. So I'm being taking care of here as a pan-India location for the sales.
Right.
And I'm working here since last 4.5 years. I'm having total overall sales experience around 10 plus years.
Wow, that's huge.
Basically, I'm an electrical engineer, my profession, and I did my master's into data and business analytics from Chennai.
Okay. So, since you are an electrical engineer, as you rightly said, so how did you get into sales? Like, because engineering background and then into analytics part, and how come sales happened?
Very good question. So during my engineering days, so there was one organization founded by Central Government of India. We call them engineering cluster. So I used to head that engineering cluster. I got opportunity to head engineering cluster for North Maharashtra. So I was actively involved back then and taking care of part of the business development for engineering clusters for North Maharashtra region by organizing national event, paper presentation, poster presentation competition. So I was part of that role. So by working there for almost 3 to 4 years, I got to know that though I am electrical engineer, but this technical is not my cup of tea. I can excel into sales. I can be a good in sales, right? So that's why I chose sales.
Right. So that's where you got the kick.
Right. That's where I got the kick. Even during my campus placement, when I got selected with Parley, right? So they selected me as application engineer to develop the program for the new machinery. Okay. More into R&D role. So basically more into R&D role. So by working there for almost 1 month, I got to know programming, this is not something which excites me.
Right.
So straight away I went to my boss and asked him, boss, this is not working out. I'm not getting that much of kick. It's not exciting me anymore. So he asked me, okay, so what do you like to have? So I asked him, what can you just put me into the sales role? Because I wanted to explore there. Because I told him my engineering cluster experience. Okay. He gave me opportunity to work in the sales, and rest is history then. So I did good there. I basically started some division right from the scratch and generate around 2 million revenues there.
So that's great. As you have a lot of experience in sales and sales industry, so can you share a memorable or a toughest sales experience you have?
So toughest sales experience so far, we do the toughest experience. I think by day to day, every experience is toughest for us. Okay, you will not get orders so easily. You have to fight out for each order. But the toughest as so far, it was starting my career. Okay, so basically there was a line of machines. One of the customer imported from China. Okay, and he wanted to upgrade that machineries. So when I pitched him that, boss, I'm going to upgrade your machineries with half of the cost what you're getting from China. Okay, and it's again a make in India, right? So he's getting, but he's conscious. What if I'm not able to give him a mechanical support? Because if you're going to upgrade someone else's machineries, OEM says straight away, boss, if you're updating my machinery without my knowledge, I'm not going to give you that service, right? So he's conscious about the service part. So I have to go up and down, convincing right from start to bottom management. I'll be the one-stop solution for you. I'll give the service for software plus mechanical parts, etc.
Right.
So that was a very toughest experience for me. I need to convince around 12 to 13 stakeholders back then. And I was just in start of my career. And again, the customer is very big. It's one of the giant pharma in India. But I ended up bagging order worth 4 million that time. So it was a very huge order. Wow. And I eventually ended up convincing customer, if I am upgrading your machinery, it will be my baby. And I have given him in writing that next 20 years, whatever the support you will require shall be provided by me. So that type of the word of confidence has shown on customer, and I ended up getting order.
Right. And that's where you build relations with the customers as well.
Yeah. So in sales, what important is you have to be confident while selling anything, any product or services you're selling. You have to be confident, because that's the thin line where sales happens. Right. If customer is not confident on you, he will not entertain.
Right. So, can you please tell us about your first sale?
My what first sales?
First sale.
So my first sales is on the similar lines only. The experience which I just told you, it's my first sales only.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Great. So, according to you, what do you think are the necessary skills needed in today's salesperson?
Well, in today's business environment, Ria, if you can ask me, salespeople need to have diverse set of skills to be succeed. Right. Like communication skills. Right. Okay. Salespeople need to able to communicate effectively with customers, both in person and through written communication. Okay. So this include active listening, asking the right question, being able to explain complex ideas in clear and concise way. Then followed by relationship building, strategic thinking. Salespeople need to able to think strategically about how to approach potential customers, then identifying new opportunities, and differentiate themselves from the competitor. That is the basic. Okay. And time management, adaptability. So these all skills are need to important if you wanted to become a good salesperson.
Right. Even I guess one more skill is needed when it comes to sales, negotiation, which is another very important.
It's where very important.
Where people always suffer actually.
But if you put some value added services, okay, if you're giving some value addition to the customers, then sometimes customer will not ask for negotiation. Okay, because he can pay extra if you're giving some value added services to him.
Yes.
For example, Apple, we always ended up paying some extra money when you buy Apple iPhone, right?
Right.
It's all about creating services and creating your trust and relationship with customers.
Right. So what sales tools or assets do you prefer to use that makes your life easy?
Well, I'm fond of customer relationship management software, CRM.
Right.
Okay. Start from a career, I'm using this CRM because these tools will help you to manage your leads, track customer interactions. Because if you are working on one order, it will take sales cycle, it will consume at least 1 year, right? So in those 1 year, you will have lots of interaction with customer. So CRM basically help to track your interaction with customer, then monitor sales pipeline. And the good CRM tool can help streamline workflows, then automate tasks and provide some valuable insights on customer behavior. Right. So CRM is always my go-to.
Right. So as your LinkedIn bio says that you have been driven by the intellectual curiosity to find answers to the most pressing questions. So I want to ask you, what inspired you to be curious about finding solutions to the client's problem?
Being engineer, I always find out the answer for the most pressing questions. Okay.
Right.
If you find out that answer and give the solution to the customer, then customer will be always, then the trust and loyalty they will build when you give some solution to the customer, right? And in that part, the negotiation and everything won't come in.
Right.
That inspires me. If I'm giving any solution, if I'm solving any problems of the customer to achieve their goal.
Right.
Right. So that inspired me a lot.
Right. Right. So, do you have any advice to the new people, those who are coming into sales industry? Those people who are, they have just started their journey into sales.
Right, right. So for newbies, I can say first thing you should have a strong work ethic, because as you know, sales can be a demanding job. Yes. And it's important to have a strong work ethic and willingness to put in the time and effort needed to succeed. So be prepared to work hard, be persistent, and never give up attitude. And you should be confident. And focus on building relationships, because sales is all about building strong relationship with customers.
Yes, yes.
So focus on developing your interpersonal skills, listen actively, be empathetic, and make an effort to understand your customer needs and goals. Then you should become problem solver again. Right. Then stay organized, keep learning. Right? Overall, the key to success in a sales is a combination of hard work, relationship building, problem solving, be organized, and continuous learning. That's it.
Yes, that's great. You rightly said that. Yeah. So what, according to you, what do you think is more important for you? Reaching your targets or delivering good customer service?
Well, this is a very interesting question you have asked. Yeah, I should appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
So both reaching your target and delivering good customer service are important for me, if you ask me.
Right.
Because ultimately, the success of a salesperson depends on their ability to not only meet sales targets, but also to build and maintain strong relationship with customers and entire stakeholders, right? So reaching your sales target is important because it demonstrates that you are able to generate revenue and contribute to the overall success of the organization, right?
Right, right.
And again, providing good customer service is important because it helps to build trust and loyalty with customers, okay, which can lead to repeat business and positive word of mouth or referrals again. Right. So in other words, we have to strike balance between both reaching the sales target and delivering exceptional customer service, because satisfied customer is always a loyal customer, and loyal customer can give you repeat business anytime.
Right, right. Yes, that's true. And also trust is very important.
Yeah,
if
trust
the customer is trusting you, then so what success means to you?
What success means to me? So if I'm creating some value for customer, so that is success means to me. If he's facing some problems, okay, if I'm giving some solution, and if I'm creating some value for him, so that success means to me. For me, sales is not like just selling product and services. I'm getting my money from getting my money from customer pocket. For me, rather, for sales is like a sacred thing for me. It's like a creating value for customer. So right from start of my career, I'm very customer centric.
Right, right. That's great. That's great.
So if I'm not able to solve his problem, then I'm the first person who suffers a lot. And this message I pass to my whole team, that first thing, you need to create a solution for a customer. You need to create value for him.
Right. Right. That's right. 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 So as you are from an engineering background, so was it difficult for you in lead generation?
No, actually not. Because I told you, I've been part of during my engineering, I've been part of the engineering cluster. So that time I get some holistic approach, how to generate lead, how to find out the new opportunities, right? So that is again my expertise, to generate lead.
Right. So because nowadays most of the people are facing this problem of lead generation, right? We get to see a lot of webinars or events happening on this topic, So what's your take on this?
Webinar is again a good part to generate leads, because you're just widening your audience, you're reaching your audiences, you're educating them, right? So as you know that quote, right? sales is not about selling anymore. It's about building trust and educating, right?
Right,
So
right,
building trust and educating, the webinar is a critical aspect, because if you're sharing some knowledge to your audience, that
right,
means you're educating them, and eventually you're building the trust.
right, right, right. Agreed. So, one quote that summarizes your journey in the sales industry.
I just mentioned sales is not about selling anymore, but it's important, but it's about building trust and educating, because this quote highlight the importance of the relationship building and problem solving in the modern sales,
Right,
rather than simply pushing products and services.
right, right. So, how, like, Abhi, now, how do you spend your vacation after a long, office work and everything? So, how do you spend when you take a holiday or something, away from work? So, how do you spend your time?
I usually spend my vacation in mountains only. So I like to travel a lot. So I travel a lot. Recently, I visited to Himalayas. So I spent around 1 month there. I travel across the Himalaya. I visited 18 to 19 villages there.
Right,
So I'm the fond of traveling, so I travel a lot. So
right.
most of my vacation I spent in traveling only.
So, where have you been recently?
I've been to some of the remote places of Himalayas, some
Oh,
remote
okay.
villages close to the China border.
Nice. So, how was your experience there?
This was very thrilling. Okay, you get to know that the people staying there are so much happy, right? They are just happy-go-lucky person. All
Right,
you'll
right,
get your peace of mind there.
right. So, what's your inspiration?
Inspiration in what terms? In
Like
sales or what?
inspiration, yeah, of course, to give your best and also in sales.
So, as I mentioned, okay, uh, if I if I'm just creating some value for customers, so that inspires me a lot, right?
Right,
Right, helping customers. So I'll get very passionate when I solve any problem for the customer, right, and help to achieve their goals.
right,
Right? And it's again a love of work.
right.
Whatever I'm doing, I love that. So this inspires me by day by day.
And what motivates you?
What motivates me, it's again numbers, and
Right,
if I'm creating some solutions, building teams.
right, right. That's great. That's great. So, thank you so much, Suraj, for coming here and sharing your memorable journey with us. So, it was a pleasure talking to you. And thank you so much once again.
Bye bye. Have a great day.
You too.